Hey, you guys, how are you doing? Give me 1 minute. I'm setting up my other live. How is everyone doing? Hey there, everybody. How are you doing? Good evening to you all. Let me make sure I can see over here. How is everyone doing? Hello. How are you guys doing? Good evening, everybody. Oh, let me find my glasses. Hello, East St. Louis. How are you doing? Hey, everybody. Welcome. How's everyone doing? Hello, hello. Oh, you're so, hold on. These comments are coming really, really quick, so I'm going to miss some of you guys. Hold on. Well, thank you, Mina. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. I'm so honored. Thank you so much. Okay, so the comments are going really, really fast, okay? Hey, you guys. So these comments, hey, over here on Instagram, am I up and down or am I sideways? Can you guys see me okay? Or is my camera sideways? How are you guys doing? Is the camera sideways? Are you guys okay? Can you guys see me okay? Can you guys see me okay? Let me make sure. Can you guys see me okay over here on Instagram, or is the camera sideways? Let me turn it around. Hold on. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. So I got a lot of space up here, so I apologize over on Instagram. How are you guys doing? Hey, Mom. How are you? Hey, Yusuf. Hey, Darlene. Hi, Kimberly. How are you guys doing? Nice to see you guys. Hello, Arizona. How are you doing? Tahisha. So I missed a lot of names. Andrea, Phoenix, Maryland. Hey there. You see me okay over here? Hey to Tamarind. Hey, Tamarind. How are you? Gallic, Glenn, Maria. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much. Is that Wise Saved One? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I look so professional. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, from down under, Australia in the house. Hello, Illinois. How are you guys doing? Hey, everybody. Hey, everyone. How's everybody doing? Hey, Janetta. Tahisha, thank you. Hi, Shannon. How are you? Hey there, Narcissistic Domestic Violence Healing and Support. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much. And everybody okay over here on Instagram. So just to let you guys know, the comments are coming really, really fast. So if you ask me a question, I might not see it. Now, let me tell you guys, you got something called Super Chat. If you really want a question answered, and these comments are going really, really fast, if you do a Super Chat and you just donate a little money, no problem. I'll see you because you stay up on the screen for a while. So then I can just pull your comment down. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Greetings to you too. Like, I'm in my studio. I had to turn, hey there, how are you doing, Queen Sunshine? I had to turn all the lights down because when I had all, I know it's kind of dark over here and I apologize. I had to turn the lights off because with the ring light back here, with the ring light and the lights right above my head, the lights are right above my head. So I was like super bright, like I was faded out, washed out on the camera, but the background is dark on Instagram. So I'm trying to balance it out. You guys work with me. I think I have to buy another ring light because this ring light is not as good as I want it to be, but we're gonna do what we got to do. Hi, C. Cassidy. We're gonna do what we got to do. Hey, Ratanza, Daphne, Miss K, how are you doing? Hi, Bonnie. Hey there, how are you doing? I got this. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Phoenix Coleman. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. How is everybody doing? Thank you so much. Welcome tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Purple Power, really, the reality check. Okay, first time watching. Well, hi, Eve Marie. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Well, hey there, Telsha. Oh my gosh, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you so much, C. Cassidy. Hey, Miss Telsha. How are you guys doing? Just Be Real will not be here this evening. We're wishing her well. She got into a car accident. She says she's doing okay, so she'll probably sleep. So she said that the other driver decided that she needed a new car. So we're hoping that she gets her a new car. But she probably will not be here tonight. I missed you too. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. That's good, Sharima. That's good. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. You guys can be doing anything else, and you guys decided to join me on a Sunday. I appreciate you guys. Who are Jonathan? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Yes, we're sending prayers up for Just Be Real, because Just Be Real, she be on it. She on all the social media. She makes sure you guys are taken care of. So she won't be here tonight, but Telsha is here. Hopefully Stevie Bananas is here. I think I was just waiting for Stevie Bananas. I don't know what New Dawn Arises is. Hopefully he's doing okay. As in Prusuan, I think I messed it up. I apologize. Hey there, Karma Rain. Well, thank you, dear beloved. I'm glad you are here tonight too. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to just give it a few more minutes and then we'll start, okay? Karen, she said that she's doing okay though. Asian persuasion. Oh, okay. So are you a real person, or are you, you're a real person? Hopefully you're a real person. Yeah, she's okay. She sent me an email. She said that she's okay. She's just resting a little bit. Thank you, Crystal. That's my baby girl. Thank you so much. Okay, you're a real person. Okay. Hi, Miss Crystal. Love you. Well, you are so welcome, Amber. I appreciate you for being here too. Thank you so much. That's one of my moderators. Just Be Real is one of my moderators. I have Just Be Real, Stevie Banana, Telsha. She's on here. The T on NPD and relationships. She's on YouTube. You guys can go watch her too. It's Telsha, Just Be Real, Stevie Bananas. I have New Dawn Arises, Tasha, and then I don't know where my girl at. So I appreciate you guys. Great to see you too, Ashley. Thank you so much. Hey, Sean Robbins, how are you? First live, I'm so thankful you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Claudia. Hey, Danielle. Hey, I need you to send me some more pictures of jewelry. I need to get some more stuff from you. Hi, Evie. How are you? Or Eve. I'm sorry, Eve. Thank you so much, Sadie. I appreciate you. Darlene from Guam. Okay, I see you. Hi, Natalie. I love you back, Miss Claudia. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Those are my moderators. So Just Be Real is one of my moderators. Thank you so much, Telsha. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Well, y'all ready? You guys ready? So you guys know I'm usually with my mentor on Sundays. You guys know that she's the presiding prelate of Into His Chambers Global Ministry. So if any of you guys, right now we're kind of on lockdown. We don't have the freedom like we normally have. Some of you guys have churches to go to. Some of you don't. Some of you guys feel safer at home. So if you ever want to chime in and join her, you're always welcome to go to Into His Chambers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Phoenix. Thank you so much. But if you guys ever want to join us on Thursday, she does Bible studies. On Sunday, she has 2 services, one at 9 and one at I think it's 12:30. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate it. You were talking about me? Inbox me, okay? Because I need to call you then. But if you guys ever want to join in on Thursday, she does Bible study. On Sundays, 2 services, one at 9 and one at 12:30. So if you guys have your churches, I'm not trying to pull you out of churches. If you want extra support, you guys are always welcome to join us on Thursdays and Sundays. She's the presiding prelate of Into His Chambers Global Ministry. It's my mentor, it's my mother, my counselor, my leader. And I love her. And so you guys go support her too, because you can find her on Destiny Helper, Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper on YouTube. So you guys make sure you join her. But I'm with her on Sundays. We are with her, the church group. We are with her on. Send it to me one more time, Telsha, because sometimes I get so much mail. Sometimes it goes over to spam, so I have to go through my spam. So I apologize. But so I'm just coming in the door myself. And so There were some things she was saying today, and I had you guys in mind later on after service. And I was thinking about a lot of you guys are emailing me. A lot of you guys talk about the shame that you guys have went through, you know, and a lot of people are just you guys are going through guilt and you're going through shame. First of all, let me explain something to you guys. When you come out of this relationship is unique. And when I say unique, I don't mean unique meaning good, unique and different and you know, unique when I'm saying that this is a very abnormal relationship. If you know anything about narcissistic personality disorder, it's pathological. So you do have narcissism, which, you know, a lot of the traits, you know, I'm not saying they're normal, but a lot of the traits, most of us, you know, we can be kind of conceited, self-centered. We can be arrogant, you know, we can ghost people. So a lot of the behavior is stuff that we may do. And sometimes we do those things, you know, to protect ourselves, especially if you come out of families like that. You know, sometimes you do that to protect yourself. You may ghost someone because you don't really know how to confront a situation in a healthy way. Sometimes you don't want to bother with someone, so you ghost them, or you just no contact. You don't say anything to them anymore. So a lot of times you do things because, you know, those things that you do is just almost like a self-preservation thing. But when you're talking about narcissistic personality disorder, it's pathological. Pathological meaning that is abnormal. And those of you that have been in narcissistic relationship, real narcissistic relationship, some people have not been in a real narcissistic relationship. And a lot of people, they give advice, but when they give advice, they're giving advice like, you can get over it, just leave them alone, leave her alone, stop talking to her. Okay, some of those people have not been with a real narcissist. And if they've been with a real narcissist, maybe they weren't with them enough for them to just totally destroy their hearts like it happened to you. Hey, Stevie Bananas, there he goes. So, and I give you guys a time in just a minute. I just want to speak first before I put a time, okay? But a lot of times when people are giving advice, sometimes they ignorantly meaning lacking knowledge. Sometimes they're very adamant at how they do it. You know, sometimes it's very judgmental. Sometimes it's very harsh, because there's a difference between, you know, it is a domestic violence situation, but the way that they do things is very abnormal. And anybody who has been with a narcissist, meaning a person that has narcissistic, Telsha, you here? I mean, Just Be Real, you here? Here she goes, y'all. I was just telling them about you, Just Be Real, and everybody was praying and wishing you well and everything. She came on after all. I'm glad you're doing okay. And we all hoping you get that new car. So Just Be Real is here. She's all right. Well, thank you so much for being here. She was supposed to be resting. But thank you so much for being here. But as I was saying, you know, when you're dealing with a person that actually has narcissistic personality disorder, the behaviors are pathological. Pathological meaning abnormal. Abnormal meaning that they handle people abnormally. They have problems in relationships. They have problems relating to people. They have problems in their personal relationships. You know, then, you know, you have the covert, then you have the overt. The overt ones, those are ones that are just off the top and out in the open. Everybody can see their behavior. You can see there's something wrong with them. There's something not right. These are the ones that can be violent. These are the ones that get police called. These are the ones that also put hands on you, you know. Then you have the covert ones. Now, the covert ones, those are the ones that sometimes they're hidden in plain sight. These are the ones that a lot of times are the ones in the community where they think they're just wonderful people. There's no possible way that this could be. You're the one that's crazy. And that's what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys are dealing with these type, covert type, where when they come home, they put hands on you. They put hands on the children. Some of them have gone to a point, not only do they abuse the children, they sexually abuse the children. Some of you found out. Some of you guys are denying the reality of what is happening or could be happening. You see the red flags, but you're in denial. You don't want to believe that this person that you fell in love with could possibly be like this. Then the people on the outside, because of the fact they can hide it, you know, and they're charismatic, they're funny, they're charismatic, they have money, they got flying monkeys, you know, all the things, you know, and then here you are having to live in a world where you're trying to tell people about what you've been through and people don't believe you. They make you feel bad about it. You have those people, like, for example, I'm not saying everybody is like this. Now, just listen to me. I'm not saying everybody's like this. A lot of time you have people within the church that mean well, but they don't have answers. So a lot of times we have to bring resources into the church. Thank God I'm in the church that I am, because my leader is open to resources, because she understands that when you're dealing with a lot of people in a lot of situations, sometimes one person does not have all the answers. And so she's open to resources, domestic violence programs, domestic violence shelters, and she's not one of those types that's going to give you information you need to stay at all costs. No, because domestic violence is real. Narcissistic personality disorder is real. There are people that have been killed. People have been sent back into their homes and told, you just need to try harder, and then they end up getting killed. The children end up getting abused. Even Bishop Jake said the same thing. He says, we didn't know any better at one point in time, where we should tell them to pray and send them back home, and these people were being abused behind closed doors. But yet they were the bishops, and they were within the church, even within companies. These people are the greatest people that you ever met. They're smart. They teach you how to make money. They're charismatic. They're handsome. They look good. They smell good. They drive good. And you're looking at this package, and then here, a lot of you guys are dealing with the shame of, how can this have happened to me? Why did I fall for this? I can't believe, but you were walking around in a fog. They have a way, it's almost like a mist to cause you, that's what that gaslighting is, to cause you confusion, to make you feel like, that you're the one that's crazy. They make you, question your own reality. They make you feel crazy. Then you got the people on the outside that you thought were your friends too, and they're making you feel bad. You know what happened behind closed doors. And then you hear these people that didn't know what was going on behind closed doors telling other people, I just don't believe what you're saying. I don't believe what he or she said, because there's no possible way. And I've known this person. There's no possible way that this person is like this, because I've always known them to be like this. Well, they don't know what goes on behind closed doors. They don't know what happens when they go into the house and how they behave themselves in the house. Sometimes, there's a slip of the mask and accidental phone calls where people are listening to the phone calls and they can't believe that this person is like this. But a lot of you guys are dealing with shame, and you're dealing with people that are pointing their fingers and blaming you. You're the problem. They're not the problem. You're the problem. Let me tell you something about people that like to judge people or are judgmental. A lot of these people that are judgmental sometimes are people that are going through the same thing. Not only are there people going through the same thing, sometimes the stuff that's being said to them, they'll say back to you. So they like project back on you. Number two, these type of people too, I guarantee you, if you open up, they got secrets too. If you open up the doors to their life, their closets, open up the closet, you'll find graveyards, tombstones, skeletons, you'll find bats flying out. And so a lot of times these people, and you're looking like, I can't believe that you would point your finger. Sometimes people are uneducated, so they say dumb things, but you have to understand, there's no reason for you to be ashamed. If you really, really knew, you wouldn't have probably gotten into the situation that you were in. And then when you got into it, this is not like a normal situation, a normal relationship. So a lot of times people will tell you things like, well, if it was that bad, you wouldn't have stayed in the first place. It must not have been that bad because you stayed. You see what okay, thank you, Telsha. But sometimes you're looking at it like, they're looking at you like, well, you stayed for 20 years. It must not have been that bad. Or, you stayed that long. Uniquely Made, I sent you an email. You didn't respond back to me. But a lot of times, I'm gonna answer the question. I'm gonna grant you what you're asking. I just want to ask you some questions. You got to answer my questions. So go back and look at your email. I sent you an email, Uniquely Made. But a lot of times, what happens is they'll make you feel bad by telling you must have been the problem because I know this person's not like that. Or what about the flying monkeys when you're dealing with family, sisters, brothers, mothers, and parents? Sometimes you have these narcissists that pay good money to make people be their friends, to pay good money to keep the loyalty going. So that means that the flying monkeys that they're with can be sold out. They can be bought for a price. And sometimes they're in a position where they need finances to help them. It's sad though, because they decide to be loyal to that narcissist, and whatever they say, and they're already smearing your name. They already are smearing your name. They're smearing your name because it's what is it called? They're salvaging. They're doing damage control, because they know that once that mask slip, you're going to tell the truth. You're going to tell some stuff about that individual, about that narcissist that you're with, that they don't want anybody to know. They don't want anybody to know, but they know you're going to bring the truth. So they already are doing damage control long before you even see the mask slip. They're talking about you, and they're going to talk about to your family. They're going to make sure that they got these loyal followers, even if it means money, cars, houses, apart for those that have the money to do it. They'll throw a few dollars to keep the loyalty going. So that means that these flying monkeys can be sold out. They're sold out. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of you guys, you feel guilty. You feel ashamed. I'm embarrassed. I don't want to go around the people. These are not the people that you need to be around in the first place. You don't need to be around them in the first place. Let me tell you something. We all got secrets. We all have things that we have done in the past that we're not proud of. But dang, some of us are like 500 years old. How long are you going to hold that over our heads? You see what I mean? How long are you going to let someone hold that over your head? You know what? And when people approach you with nonsense from the past, this is what you used to do. They're trying to say this is what you used to do in the first place. You probably deserve what you got right now. That's a lie. And you know what? When people do approach you about what you've done in the past, you be honest with them. You know, be honest with them. Don't tell them all your business, but you probably just have to tell them, yep, you're probably right. I was a straight fool back in the days. You're probably right. What you've been told, you were probably right. You're probably absolutely right. And let it be. How can someone argue with you if you got no 500 years old? I know, right? But how can you argue with how can you argue with that? You see what I mean? And so a lot of you guys, you have to want, you got to heal, you know. And these narcissists, especially the narcissists, when you're trying to get away or when you're trying to hold them accountable, or they're quick to turn around and project on you. They're quick to say, hey, you know, but you used to do this, and this is what you used to do, and this is how we met in the first place. Or you know, they bring that stuff. Yeah, you're probably right. But you know what? Like I said, 500 years old, I've learned something now, you know. But anytime you hold them accountable, they're going to make you feel bad about it. And let me tell you something about projection. Have any of you guys sat in a movie theater before? In a movie theater, you got this, I don't know, back in the day when I used to work in a movie theater, they had reels. Remember, they had the reels? And so the projector is like a magnifying glass, and it projects outward, and it projects a big picture on a screen. Well, guess what? You're the screen. You are the screen, and they project everything. The picture is not on the screen. If you walk up to the screen, the picture is not on the screen. It's projecting from the projector behind you. So if you go into that little tiny room, there's a little tiny room, and there's a motion picture going on inside that tiny room. And it's going through this magnified glass, and it's projecting on the screen. You become that screen, and they're projecting everything about themselves, everything that is negative, everything about themselves, they're projecting on you. And the problem that some people have is the fact that you take what they project and you own it. That is not for you to own. That's like somebody telling you your eyes are blue, and you know doggone well your eyes are brown. They don't made you, you know what? But that's what people say. They don't ever want to have blue eyes, and you do have blue eyes. You're thinking like, number one is gaslighting too. But you don't project on me what's in you because you want to have blue eyes, or you think you better than me in the first place. No, you think that you're better than me. You think that I'm better than you. You think you real smart, don't you? No, you think that I'm real smart. But I appreciate the compliment. You ain't all that. No, you think I'm all that. Tell a hater thank you. We're gonna do a tell a hater day. Tell a hater thank you day. That's what we're gonna do. You got brown eyes, Stevie. Do you get the point? You get the point of what I'm saying. So some of you guys, you know, you struggle with a lot, but you guys have to take your power back. You got to take your power back. These people are dysfunctional. They're pathological. There's something wrong with them, and there is no help for them. You know, when the world of psychology, when we go to school as a mental health professional, we're not going to school to help the survivors. I mean, if that's what you choose, the path that you choose to go down, then that's the path that you choose to go down. But what we go into school for is to learn about the mental health disorders and how to help people with mental health disorders. So when we learn about personality disorder, cluster B person, or cluster A through C, cluster personality disorder, especially like narcissistic personality disorder, we're learning about narcissistic personality disorder from the point of view of trying to help them cope, help them, you know, like with stress or PTSD or depression. So we're learning it in school from the position of helping the person with NPD. However, a lot of us, when we come out, we choose the path where we want to go. So for example, you have some people that choose to work with children only. Then you have some people that choose to work with geriatric or older people only. There's some people that choose to work with inpatient only, medication management only. You have some people like you have Western State, or you have like the severe mental health disorders where they're not going to be cured. You have to give them some quality of life and keep them safe because they're going to hurt themselves or other people, or like criminally insane that is not curable, and they just have to give them quality life. So each person decides what you have some that do marriage and family therapy. They only work with families families and couples. That's it. There are some people like myself that decide to work with the victims or survivors of abuse. We decide to be advocates for those that have been abused and in the domestic violence arena. And instead of me working with those that have narcissistic personality disorder, I work with the people that have been abused or have been abused by someone that may have narcissistic personality disorder. So when you're going out to look for counselors, what you do is you ask them if you understand post-traumatic stress. Ask them if they understand, PTSD. Most of them don't understand. They haven't studied narcissistic personality. They don't understand narcissist abuse. And so I think someone came on and on one of the comments for mine, they were like giving everybody advice about how to go look for a counselor. That's not how I teach how to look for a counselor. And they were saying you need to ask them a lot of questions about narcissist abuse and stuff like that. That's not how you vet a counselor. If you come to me or you come to anybody, you say, do you understand narcissistic abuse? Do you understand this? When you do that, our spider senses are already up. Like, why are you asking me questions like that? The question that you need to be asking is, do you understand domestic violence? Do you understand post-traumatic stress? Do you understand, complex post-traumatic stress? Do you understand the effects, psychological effects of domestic violence? Do you understand, when someone is being abused by someone that has mental health disorders? Let the counselor tell. If you give too much information out, you're not vetting the counselor to see what the counselor knows. So you ask questions like that because you're looking for a trauma professional. You're looking for someone that understands trauma because that's what you're dealing with, trauma. So what you do is you ask them questions like that. So when people go on, and they start giving you guys advice, or making a blanket statement about the advice on how to search for counselors or giving you advice, think about the videos. Some people are new, so they don't really know me. But when you listen to my videos, a lot of you guys have been with me for a while, so you know how I give out information. I also teach you guys how to ask the questions, so be careful when people come on and just give you guys any kind of advice. Think about what, does Carmen teach like that? Does Dr. Carmen teach like that? Does Apostle Helen Sadler, do they teach like that? Because that's my mentor. So I'm an apple that hasn't fallen far from the tree. So we and she deals with the spiritual side and the biblical side of it. And just like I tell you guys, I do confess my faith. I am a Christian. I'm a believer of Jesus Christ. However, I reserve my channel for more of the psychological side, the experiential side. Thank you, Telsha. Thank you. I just be real. But I reserve it more for the experiential side, the clinical side, from that point of view. And then I don't say I let her, that doesn't sound right. I reserve that for my leader so that she can teach you biblically and spiritually about narcissism, so no, you're not late, Ms. Vaughn. So that's how her and I work together. And so thank you so much, LH. Thank you so much. But thank you guys so much for being patient and kind with me, and allowing me to teach you. Hey, Juanita from Chicago, how are you? Hi, Miss Michelle, how are you? So you guys know, you guys been with me long enough, how I teach. And then on top of that, you do understand that that I understand that everybody that is on the channel is not a Christian. I understand that. That is the reason why I if you ask me questions, I'll tell you from my point of view and my belief. But at the same time, I understand that all of us do not believe the same. Okay, so I do not, so I'm talking about my leader, who is Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, and she's on YouTube as well. And so I because she is my senior leader and she is my church leader, she deals with the spiritual biblical aspect of narcissistic personality disorder, the abuse, and she gives advice from that point of view. She's also a coach. And then I usually do it from the experiential clinical side, and I put it together in layman terms so that all of you can. I do a lot of analogies and examples, movie comparisons to give you guys an idea of what you're thinking about. See, when you're educated about narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder, or the narcissist abuse, when you're educated and it's given to you in layman terms where it's easy to it's easy to understand, it becomes, when you hear it in certain story forms or how they do things, all of a sudden your eyes are open, and you start noticing it around you more often. Because believe you me, the rate of narcissistic NPD has risen in these times. And even though they may be hidden, and some of you may not have been in a relationship one, I promise you, you're going to come, your boss, your next door neighbor, somebody, but you'll recognize it so that you don't get so agitated. Thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate you. But so you don't get agitated and so frantic, and some of you get triggered where you just go into fight, flight, or freeze. So now you want to fight, and you're not going to do me this way. You having flashbacks. And so you talking to someone at the car dealership, and you thinking you talking to the person that you left. You thinking you talking to the person that you used to be in a relationship with. You see what I mean? And so, but by teaching you and you listening to these type of videos, it helps you to calm down. You see what I mean? It helps you to calm down, and you know what you're dealing with. You know what you're dealing with. You see what I mean? So if you guys will give me 30 minutes, I will answer questions. You guys give me some questions and I will answer questions. Do know that these questions are going really, really fast. These questions are going really, really fast. If you have a very long question, I won't be able to read it because the questions are scrolling really fast, because on this live studio, I have all my sites consolidated. So, excuse me. So I got 2 Facebook pages, Periscope and YouTube on here, except for over on Instagram, it's a little slower. So the scroll a little slower. And so, but the questions are going really, really fast. So if you have a long question, I may not be able to get to your long question, because as soon as I start reading, it scrolls past my page. Thank you, Karma. I appreciate it. You are so welcome, Brenda. I appreciate you. You had no clue about a narc. You do now, don't you? How do I protect from him putting me in a mental prison? Well, what you may have to do is you go get you a counselor yourself. Go get you a counselor and get your advice from your counselor. Get a counselor, because anytime you're dealing with a mental health professional, by law, they have to document. Now, they may not be in detail, but they do have to document unless you tell them not to write notes. If you tell them not to write notes, then the only thing by law, they have to follow each state law, and then they just document that you came, the time that you came, and the day that you came, and everything, for billing purposes and for insurances purposes. So if you don't want them to keep notes, you let them know ahead of time. You have to sign some paperwork to know that they cannot keep detailed notes. But when you are with a counselor, we usually don't keep detailed notes unless it's something very, very important. But if you go to a counselor, counselors have to keep notes about your anything that you're going through. And then in most states, I can't speak for every state. I'm in the state of Washington. This is where I have my license at. In the state of Washington, there are limits of confidentiality. And those limits of confidentiality is if you report to us that you're going to kill someone, or someone's trying to kill you, we have to report that to the police. If you're abusing a child or sexually abusing a child, or if a vulnerable adult is being abused, or vulnerable person is being abused. And so there are limitations to confidentiality in the state of Washington. And so, and you may have to, he puts me in a mental prison with his words and actions. You're going to have to get with a counselor. Get with a trauma professional. Get with a trauma professional so that they can work with you. And so you have to make a determination. Some people, you don't have the finances to leave. If you don't have the finances to leave, you're stuck in that relationship, and you have to figure out a way to protect your mind. You're going to have to figure out a way to protect your mind if you don't plan on leaving, because I promise you, it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. And there are some people that didn't survive and ended up killing themselves. And so you need to get to a counselor. But if you are in the relationship, you have no plans of leaving the relationship, just know that it's going to get worse. It will get worse. It's going to get worse. You got to figure out a way to protect your mind. And the best way to do that, you might want to get with a counselor. You're going to have to get with a counselor. You're going to have to get with a counselor so they can help you. And if you report that you're being abused, they're going to have to report that as well. So be prepared. You got agencies like domestic violence agencies, where if a person, if you're being physically abused, especially, and you let them know, some of you may have to start all over again and go into a shelter. That might be your only way of starting over again. So they do have domestic violence programs where they will assist you in getting shelter. and getting shelter. Why does a narc want to move on but doesn't want you to? Hold on. See, I told you guys it comes really, really fast. So, and then I can't scroll back up. Let me look. Sometimes I can't scroll back up because there's so many comments. All right. Well, I missed that one. I'm not sure if I respond to this correctly, but I think what was asked is why do they move on so fast, but they don't want you to move on so fast? Because they want their cake and they want to eat it too. You, in their minds, till death do us part, and you are their property. You are one private account, but you are property. You belong to them till death do us part. Don't matter where you go, no matter what happens, what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. And so I can do this, but I'm going to let you go when I say I'm going to let you go. And so you are my property. You belong to me. And so in their mind, you always belong to them. It doesn't matter. So they can move on and enjoy their life. But the minute you do it, they're going to come in and try to cause some havoc. And the best way to get beyond that, or they'll come in and just try to disturb your peace, or they don't want you to be with anybody. It'll literally almost kill them to see you with somebody else. They moved on, but when they see you with someone else, they can't believe, because somebody has got their property. Somebody has their property. But the way that you deal with that is you have to heal. You have to heal. You need to get into some type of counseling, and you need to heal. And when you heal, like I always say in most of my videos, they'll lick a window and you won't even care. And when I say lick a window and you won't even care, they do extreme stuff to get your attention. They do extreme stuff to get a reaction out of you. So when I say lick a window, that's extreme because it'll make you look at the window like, ew, you're nasty. But that's the reaction, you see? So you just gave them some fuel by that reaction. But it'll get to a point that you go to counseling, you get a good coach. Stay with us in this tribe. And the more videos you listen to and the more you begin to heal, they can lick a window and it won't bother you. It really won't. You'll just look at them like, you know what? That's a narc. That's what they do. And when you finally move on and one day you meet that person that you were supposed to be with, at the same time, I'm not same time, hopefully at the same time, but that when you meet the person that you're actually supposed to, a healthy relationship, it don't matter what antics they pull. It doesn't matter what they do. They're going to get fuel. Even if you like, go ahead on, leave me alone, quit talking to me. That's fuel for them. Who cares? You see what I mean? Who cares? Said elbow, cough, cough. When you laugh at the thought of them, you are healed. Yeah. Yep. Yes, so true. Not even bothered. See? Lord, I'm so ready to not care. It takes time. It's really rare. It takes time. It takes time. A lot of people that you see, us that do videos and stuff that are survivors ourselves, it took a minute to get to this point. It's not something that just happened overnight. It just so happened you discovered me overnight, but that doesn't mean that I recovered overnight. It took years for me to get to this point. You see what I mean? For me to be able to come and talk to you guys about it. I had someone ask me, if I could go back and change anything, do I have any regrets? You know what? Of course I have regrets. I have regret the day that I did not listen to those people that were a little wiser than I was. They told me not to go in that direction in the first place because I paid the price for being hard-headed. You see what I mean? However, knowing, thank God, we can't go and change anything, but I don't want to ever go back and change because I wouldn't have learned this. And I sure wouldn't have been able to teach you guys this. You see what I mean? So it took this for me to learn to teach you guys. And so I'm so passionate about what I do because I understood what it felt like. I understood what it was to hurt this way. I understood how can a person be so cruel and so empty? How can a person be? And so I have that passion at all ages to catch them at all ages, to provide them with information. I think my daughter is upset at me because I'm on TikTok. You guys go on TikTok. It allows you to do what, 60-second videos. 60-second videos, and I give you a word of the day, word of the day, and I give you a definition of narcissism. But this is a younger generation that we're getting to. And had some of us got this information at a younger generation, this young generation is smart. They're not dumb. We were smart kids too, and you get a younger generation, you're teaching them words and behaviors and things like that. At least you're opening up their eyes and you're teaching this. A lot of us didn't have that type of teaching. So of course we didn't know what we were looking at. And so we got into these but these younger generation, they're listening. These are go-getters. TikTok. What else? TikTok. What's the other one? Instagram. The young people, Instagram, TikTok. There's one more, Snapchat. These were, that some of these babies got the attention of a fruit fly. So, we can't do long videos like we do on YouTube. And so, the 60 seconds, say we got to say, and then come off, catch their attention, catch the younger generation actually teaching me. Matter of fact, one of the young ladies, she's 17, 18 years old. She was just telling me today how the TikTok video is more exciting. So I say, it's a learning curve for me too. So I have to figure out how to make the videos exciting, because all I'm doing, I'm in and giving you 60-second word of the day. So now I have to make it more for a younger generation, because we're dealing with the younger generation, trying to catch the younger generation. We don't want the narcissist to catch the young generation. We want to catch the younger generation. Then you have the group that's on YouTube. You got a special group on YouTube. You got a special group on Instagram. You got a certain age group on Facebook. You see what I mean? And so a lot of you guys that have been through this type of stuff, your experiences are not in vain. If you don't learn from your experiences, it's in vain. But your experiences are not in vain. And this right here, what you've been through, you should be able to teach the younger generation your experiences. Are they going to listen? They might not. But the point is that you did your part. And as you are, thank you so much. Is it Johnny? Thank you so much. But, it's a younger generation. We have to catch them at all ages. You believe it or not, there are people in their 80s going through this, that have been through this almost all their adult life. And I remember I was at a speaking engagement at a church, and one of the older mothers in the church, I think she was probably in her 80s, and she was a former first lady, I think she was, and she talked about what she went through, and it was going on in the church at the time, and nobody would address it because of the position that they held as a first lady, and the fact that the pastor or the bishop or whoever it was, was abusing the wife and the kids when they went home. She left. But you know how much people get ostracized from the church when they stand to protect themselves. You don't convince people to stay in. These videos open eyes to these horrid people. That's good, Amber. That is good. Good. Your experiences are not in vain. Absolutely. Your experiences are not in vain. That's right. Hey, Right Standing Podcast. How are you? How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here tonight. No, your experiences are not in vain. Everybody learns something different. I am a teacher at heart, and on top of that, I love laughing. I love analogies, because of the fact that it's not that I struggled in school. I did struggle in school because my mind was, I was in a bad environment. And so I struggled in school. I struggled to focus in school. I think I could have been a better student because I was an excellent college student. I made great grades, so I knew I wasn't dumb. But in school, I couldn't keep up. My mind was all over the place. I was in a fog. And so I was going through a lot of my life. You see what I mean? But I didn't have anybody to teach me anything. If I had people to teach me something, maybe I could have made it through. You know what? It doesn't matter. I made it through high school. I graduated. That's all that matters. I got my diploma, so that's a good thing. But you know what I mean? But the thing is that your experiences are not in vain. And everybody has different experiences. And the way that I learn, is when people, because I was in the military as well. And so in the military, we learn, that some people learn by auditory, meaning that they hear what you're saying. There are some people that learn by visual. They see what you're saying or they see what you're doing. Some people are hands-on and they better learn it. That's why if you notice, I always say, because I'm a thinker. So I have a habit, I got to watch that. But I got a habit of when I talk. Thank you so much, Phoenix. After 10 years with a narc free, he's returned to Hoover me, planning to say no tomorrow. Can you speak on that? I don't know what you want me to speak on. I'm not sure. I'm not clear at what you want me to talk about. But because I did the holiday Hoover, but you have people, you got people that hear what you're saying. You have people that are visual. They have to read it. There are people that are hands-on, experiential. And so when you combine that, you catch a lot of people. And like I said, you have people like me, because I like to give analogies. I like to give stories so that you guys can get an understanding of, you get a better understanding. And this is why you always hear me say, you see, because I'm a thinker. I think, So I have a habit of saying, some people like, you see, those are visual. You heard me, you heard, those are hearers. And then you got people that talk with their hands. I talk with my hands too, so I talk with my hands too. We got to watch that. But so every single one of you have been through something, but you also learn and teach differently. And there are people out there that are waiting for you, because only you can tell the story. I think my pastor said it today. Only you can tell it the way that you can tell it. You have been gifted to tell it like you tell it, with your personality, with your voice, with your hair, with your clothes, whatever. But there are some people that are waiting for you to tell it. There are some people for you to tell it. Yeah, Quinn says, you know what I'm saying? Yep. He's a thinker, but there are some people that are waiting for you. They're waiting for you to tell it the way only you can tell it. There are some people that are waiting for you to teach it only the way that you can teach it. There's some of you that are more sophisticated, that need more articulation and articulate. There are some of you that are more academic and learning. So you need people like Dr. Romani. There are some of you that are more spiritual in your thinking and intellectual. You need someone like a Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. The biblical perspective, intellectual perspective. There are some people, you guys enjoy laughing. I'm a laugh and joke, and while you laughing and joking, I'm gonna plant those seeds while you're laughing. The analogies that I give, the trolls that we talk about, the little garden gnomes, you're gonna be laughing and crying at the same time, but you're gonna get the point when I do it. So each one of you learn differently, but each one of you tell the story differently. So there's nothing that has happened in your life that is in vain. You can be a bitter person, or you can be a better person. You can take that experience and you learn how to heal, because when you're learning how to heal, you can teach other people how to heal. If you're not learning how to heal, how are you going to teach somebody else how to heal? If you still got big open holes in your heart, how are you going to help other people to heal? Because you haven't mastered it. So if you can't master it, how are they going to master it? Because they're waiting for you to master it. If you can't do it, they're going to think that nobody can do it. So there are some people that are waiting for you to come around. So you're learning from me, but you're going to take it to another level. You're learning from Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. You're going to take it to another level. You're learning from people like Quinn Holiday. You're learning from people from Dr. Romani, and she's a professor, a college professor, and a psychologist. And so some of you guys are learning from her, and you'll take it to another level. You see what I mean? There's some of you that are not psychologists, psychiatrists, or mental health professional, but the information that you're getting, start writing down notes for yourself, so that when you start talking about it, you tell people from your understanding, how you take things from your understanding. It's because they don't process their cumulative I missed it. Hold on. It moved too fast. Cumulative emotional garbage. Oh, okay. You're answering somebody. How can I find a counselor? Can you speak on that? I'm in Chicago. You can go to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. They'll give you a 10% discount. And there are counselors, licensed counselors in your states. You can look around on BetterHelp to find counselors in your state. If you're having any financial difficulties, let them know, and they can assist you with a grant to decrease the expenses. But it is a nominal fee that you will pay. So you can go to betterhelp.com and you can find counselors through them. Dr. Carmen and Helen Sadler have been helpful. I feel it's safe. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Hoover be a different person, like they telling the truth, but same narc clown. Okay. Also, Asia, find a doctor you like, one that deals with narcissist abuse. It doesn't have to be a doctor. It can be a master level clinician, because even though I hold a doctor of education, and I hold a doctor of education in counseling psychology. So I have a doctor of education in counseling psychology. My emphasis is in counselor education and supervision. Now, I counsel on a master's level. So when I do counseling, I'm licensed at a master's level. So I'm not a psychologist. I hold a doctor of education, mean educator. And then I counsel on a master's level. So you don't have to look for, you don't have to look for a doctor to provide you with counseling. You can look for a master level professional. There, we are just as good as the doctors. Are men more likely to be narcissistic? So according to the DSM-5, if you look into the DSM-5, when they did research and studies, and keep in mind, we understand that research and studies for those people that have been tested, they were tested, they had the people that have been tested and the results came back from the test. The percentage of males is higher that have narcissistic personality disorder than females. Keep in mind, this is from the statistics taken from those that have volunteered to be tested. So narcissistic personality disorder, the diagnosis when tested statistically is higher than females. Now, you have to remember that's just the amount of people that they tested, the test results from that. However, we do know that there are just as many females out there that have narcissistic personality disorder too. I think someone asked me the difference between males and females. Males are, men are attracted by what they see, and they're talkers. They know how to talk. They understand how to talk. That's why men have good game. Men have good game because they know how to talk. A woman is usually more of a nurturer. They are attracted by what they hear. And so for a man, they talk just like a narcissist. A male, they're going to talk their way into emotional, sex plus sex equals more sex. For a woman, sex plus sex equals relationships. And so the more sex I get, I'll give you sex and promise of a relationship. This comes from my leader teaching this. But, if I give you sex and the more sex I give you, then I'm in hopes of a relationship. I give you sex in hopes of a relationship. A man, on the other hand, if I have sex, I'm in hopes of more sex. So I'm just promise you a relationship to get more sex, but that's all I want. Narcissists, on the other hand, the cerebral is not really into sex. They use sex to get you. They 10 more minutes. Okay. Cerebral narcissists will use sex in order to, Carmen Angie Atkinson teaches LBGTQ narcissism. Okay, that's good. That's good. So those of you from the LBGTQ community, because of the fact that I'm not well versed in it, Angie Atkinson, who I used to listen to first when I came on YouTube to get an understanding of the language of narcissistic personality. I mean, not the narcissistic, but the language, the NARC language. Angie Atkinson was one of the first ones I started listening to, her and Little Shaman, and then Quinn Holiday. But she's well versed within the LGBTQ community. So those of you that have questions, I am a therapist, so I understand referral and making sure we refer to the best people and the best topics. So those of you that are inquiring about when it comes to the LGBTQ and narcissistic personality disorder, Angie Atkinson, you can go to her and she can teach you on that. And then you got Quinn Holiday, who is a man that teaches about narcissistic personality disorder. And so when you go over there, he's giving you a perspective from a male perspective. And so you want to hear someone talking about from a male perspective. I'm speaking from a female perspective, at the same time, I speak general, not trying to be gender specific, but I speak in general terms, and you can apply it to male or females. It doesn't matter. Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, she speaks, in general. She talks about it and then breaks it down, male, female, and then talks about it in general. And so you have to pick, cerebral narcissists are ones that, sex is not a big deal. Some of them are good, some of them are not, but they use sex in order to lock in the victim. But they're more cerebral. They get the fuel from thought. They get the fuel from intelligence. They get the fuel from those that they think are at their level, at the intellectual level. A somatic narcissist gets their fuel from, they use sex in order to change your mind, to make you see. That's the problem right there. Yes, you say Quinn is attractive. I think he has swag. So I see how a female narc could have got him right. But the problem is that when you go over to Quinn, me and Quinn talked about this already, but when you go over to Quinn, you got to listen to what he's saying. Some of you guys are not healed. Some of you guys are not healed. And so you can't go over there with the wrong perception in your mind. Yes, he's an attractive man, but you guys are going over there with the wrong mindset. Listen to what he has to say. He's a male providing you with information from a male perspective. So listen to what he has to say. Some of y'all over there are already to marry the man. Don't go over there trying to marry him. You guys got to go over there and listen to him. You see what I mean? Or you're going to get your feelings hurt. You know, he don't want all of y'all. I don't want all of y'all. But the point is that we're giving you guys information in order to help you from each perspective. Some of y'all women just throw your drawers throw your drawers up on the stage. Y'all need to stop that. Some of y'all need to heal, you know, because some of you guys are being taught, but you're still making the same mistakes. You're still making the same mistakes. Tam said, how come I feel like I'm the one that is the narcissist? I am just so tired, sick too all the time. I can't out again at this time. Thank you. That's the part. I mean, you have to think for a minute. You would have, hold on, let me find you again. Told you comments go very, very fast. Well, most of y'all feel like you were the narcissist because the narcissist is going to make you feel like you're the narcissist. It's because they're projecting. They're projecting themselves on you. So anything that you see or anything that you address or anytime you bring some level of accountability, you know, the first thing that happens is they make you feel like it's all you. So they point out your narcissistic traits, but they blow it up to a point where they'll project themselves on you. Anything that they are, when they dog you out, when they talk about you, when they gaslight you, everything that they say that's negative, that's all them. They're projecting that on you. You're the screen. They're vomiting themselves on you. And so what you end up doing is, thank you so much, Paula. But what end up happening is all of a sudden you take accountability of what they're putting on your screen. That is not you. That is them. And then anytime you listen to them and then they start everything that they idealized about you that was so wonderful and so great is all the stuff that they take and they devalue you. You think you so smart. They're telling you that they think you smart. So you think you all that. They're telling you that they think you all that. You know, they'll tell you, you know, you're not smarter than me. Don't walk around here and act like you smarter than me. You're thinking like, all I said was, did you want a sandwich? You know, they're telling you that they think you're smarter than they are. You know, I mean, that they think that you're smarter than they are. So, but why get into an argument with them? You see what I mean? Because it's like arguing with a child. You're arguing with somebody that is almost like a little kid, emotionally a child. Most of the time, if you're worried about being a narcissist, you aren't one. Yes, if your anxiety level is high and you are afraid that you might be the narcissist, then 9 times out of 10, you're probably not the narcissist, because narcissists do not stress over being a narcissist. They're not going to admit that they're a narcissist because they don't realize that they're a narcissist, and they really could care less, because it's all of us. That's the problem, not them. So if you are overstressed that you might be, and you anxious and, oh my God, what do I do? 9 times out of 10, you're probably not. You're probably not. And if you got narcissistic traits, think about how long you've been in a relationship with the narcissist, or if you came from a narcissistic family. You know, if you come from the narcissist, it's associate direct. It's associate direct, and his name is Quinn Holiday. You won't see it on Quinn Holiday. You'll see it under associate direct. Yes, I am. Hey, Miss Clara. Yep. So start mirroring them. You start mirroring them in your mind. Narcissists are children. Emotionally and psychologically, a lot of times they are. It's just that you won't catch it until after the fact. After the fact. Yes, he's on YouTube. Yep. He's on YouTube, but you'll find him on Instagram. He has a private Instagram group. You can go join, request to join, and he comes on live. You can see him there. Waste of time and your energy. Yep. Narcissists are evil. Yep. Oh, thank you, Telshin. Yeah, narcissists always like to one you up. Always. They're competitive. You can't do better than them. You can't do better than them. So they're coming real fast. Hold on. I just found a friend of 20 years was a narc, 7 kids with 5 baby mamas. See, sometimes you don't know because you don't know what you're looking at. Sometimes you don't know because you don't know what you're looking at. And once you get information, most of you guys are like, oh my gosh. So some of you guys like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. What separates a narcissist from a non-narcissist? Well, that's a big question. You might have to watch some of my videos. Probably because narcissistic personality disorder is pathological. It's cutting in and out. We're almost done. Yeah, narcissistic personality disorder is pathological. You have to watch my videos. A narc I dealt with said he was going to move in with me, start beating on me, literally said this to my face. I bugged on him. He brought drugs in my house. When they tell you something, believe it. Not gonna lie. If they tell you something, believe it. When a narc says something and you think that they're just joking, I'll kill you. Believe what they say. Believe what they say. No, what I'm gonna do is they all act like a child, and why they make me sorry after. Yeah, they'll make you feel sorry after because they're in your emotions. They're in your emotions. They play with your emotions. But when a narc says something, believe it. Believe it. Even if you think they're joking or you just being crazy. They'll tell you things like, won't you just give me custody of the child? I'm not going to take you to court. I'm not going to ask you for child support and nothing like that. That'd just be a waste of time. They just told you what they're going to do. They just told you they're going to take you to court and get child support. Why don't you do this right here? I'm not going to sell the family home. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to make sure I'm going to keep it in the family. They're going to sell the home because they're trying to get money. So whatever they tell you they're not going to do is exactly what they're going to do. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. How are the narcissists dealing with the pandemic? Is it hurting them or helping them? Well, for some is hurting them because they can't get out and get supply like they need. And then the other ones, is really hurting the families because they're stuck at home with that narcissist. They're stuck at home with that narcissist. And when they're stuck at home, when now that certain things have shut down and some people can't get out, what's happening is the abuse increases. The abuse increases because a lot of time, like for children, at school, they were mandated reporters in school. And so the kids come to school, it's kind of hard for that narcissist to abuse them. Well, they can abuse them without getting caught. So a lot of the mandated reporters are not around. The safeguards are not around like some of the children, or because people are working from home, they're working in close quarters with the narcissist, meaning that the only relief that they may have had is going out and getting out and going to work. But now that some jobs are work from home, they're stuck at the house with this narcissist 24 hours a day. And so some of the abuse in that home has increased. The violence has increased. If you look at some of the statistics, domestic violence has increased. Phone calls to the police department has increased because of the fact that they're in close quarters with these narcissists. Narcissist rage is downright scary. Yes, it is. Hey, Glamorous, how are you? Narcissist rage, yeah, it's scary. So are you saying that we should just stay quiet until we leave, regardless of what they do? Not really. That's not really what I'm saying. You have to give me more information. That's not really what I'm saying. Depends on the situation. Is the cerebral as abusive as the overt and coverts? My grandma really confused me in a way. It's not like my mom at all. Yeah, some coverts are very abusive. They're psychologically abusive. I mean, not coverts. Hold on. What would you say? Coverts versus overts. Hold on. Cerebral as abusive as the overt and coverts. Where you have the cerebral, you have an overt cerebral. You have to remember cerebral and somatic. Cerebral means that they're more into thought fuel. They're into intellect and intelligence. Some of them are very intelligent. And so they prefer to be around people in the field that they need or from other intellects. They need to be around people that are intelligent or just as intelligent as them. A somatic, you will find them that are more, they have like multiple supplies. They have a lot of sexual conquest. They're into their looks. They're more into impressing people with what they have and material things and pretending to be rich and famous. They're more into the superficial stuff, the outside stuff. When you're talking about, and this is the cerebral versus the somatic. Overt means that it's more obvious. It's not hidden. So there you can see those are the ones that you usually see get the police reports and act the fool in public and tear stuff up and kicking windows. They just all over the place. They really don't know who they are. They just like the way when they get power and control, they like the way it feels. So they have not come to terms with who they are yet. That when you're talking about the covert, they probably have grown into a covert, meaning now they know not to make big scenes and stuff. They do a lot of that stuff behind closed doors. And they can be just as abusive and physically abusive as the overts. It's just that it's not as easily seen or accepted, or people on the outside don't see it. You know about that, but most people on the outside don't know about that. And then when you try to tell somebody about that, they'll tell you that you're a liar. It's not possible because I know this person. It's not possible because of the fact that that I know the person, I work around, and they're charismatic. So they put on one face, for the public, but then the truth is how they conduct themselves when they get home. They are not really intelligent, but that act like intelligent. Some of them actually are intelligent. Some of them are very intelligent. Some of them are very educated. Some of them are very intelligent. That's what makes them dangerous. And a lot of those end up becoming greater narcissists, because some of them are very intelligent. Believe it or not, some of them are very intelligent, but emotionally and psychologically, they're immature. So if you cause a narc injury and that mask falls up, you'll see just how immature they really are, but it's well hidden. Be strategic in leaving. I did it over the course of a week, slowly moving things he wouldn't notice was gone. I was going home from work while he was at work getting my stuff. There you go. And then some of you guys that are leaving, do understand if you have children, you can't just jump up and leave, because if you got one of those dirty narcissists, they'll take you to court, or they'll say that you kidnapped their children. And so when you work with domestic violence agencies and things like that, they can put things in place for you, even legally, to get you out of there with your children. But you have to be smart. You can't you cannot react. You cannot act out of emotion. You have to use wisdom, and you have to use the resources around you to leave. You got to be careful, and you got to know the laws. And some of you guys don't know the laws. That's why you need legal or domestic violence advocates. You need advocates. Look up Spiritual Whistleblower on YouTube. She also talks about what Dr. Carmen is talking about. Okay. So I'm not super familiar with her. I don't really know what content she puts out. If that's something that you like, then you go. So I'm not really familiar with her. So you have to go whatever is comfortable for you and whatever helps you, what works for you. I caused a huge narc injury and took the children immediately with a corrupt lawyer. Okay. Yeah, respond, not react. Make sure you know where his passports are. Yep. But they're dumb also. They always slip up on rationale. Sometimes it's not emotion, it's desperation. So you're acting out of emotion. In desperation, you'll act out of emotion too. Yeah, it is emotion when you're acting out of desperation. Absolutely. Can they be sincere in their religion or use it for their benefits? Can they be sincere? They're a narcissist. They're narcissists. So think about that question. They're narcissists. If you cause a narc injury, make sure you have a plan B. You're welcome, Julie. Yes, I've reacted out of emotion, and he knows exactly how to use the law. See? Yep. So some is going real fast, so some of it I can't read because it's scrolling up the page really fast, okay? All right, well, trying to catch a few more questions, and then I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. So I'm in a house with two narcs, and about the other... Okay, I didn't get that one. How do I know if someone is a narc, sober or a narcissist, because of the addiction, alcoholism? Are really amazing people able to be narcs when under the influence, but not when sober? No, they're narcs all the way around. Narcissistic personality disorder doesn't stop when the drug addictions or alcohol stop. They have a personality disorder. They have a personality disorder, so it don't stop when they stop drinking. It doesn't work that way. What does a supernova look like in a psychological perspective? Well, A lot of times what I've seen in a supernova, when a super empath goes supernova, they it's like they have a mental breakdown. They have like uh, a severe mental breakdown where trying to think. I'm trying to think of somebody that it happened to. Um, it's like they have a severe mental health disorder where people would tell them that they are uh, psychotic or um, like a panic attack or like a severe anxiety attack. Some of them end up in the hospital. They end up in the ER in the hospital with a severe panic attack or a psychotic episode or suicide attempt or homicidal ideations. I'm trying to think. Some of the people that I have come in and have been called bipolar, saying that they were having a psychotic episode. So it just depends. It depends. Some of them end up threatening suicide. Some of them end up threatening homicide. So a lot of times I see a lot of anxiety, depression. It looks like a psychotic episode. And in reality, they're having a nervous breakdown. Sometimes it's not easy to diagnose because you don't know what's going on. Yeah, like a brief psychotic disorder, not a brief psychotic disorder, because a psychotic disorder is not brief. A brief psychotic break. A brief psychotic break. That's what it may look like. Where when a person goes supernova, it's almost like they're having a brief psychotic break. Like they're gonna lose it and blow some stuff up or kill somebody, or if I walk out of here, I promise you I'm gonna do this, or so on the psychological end, in a clinical, a lot of times we miss it, and sometimes it even looks like borderline, where they just it looks like a lot. It just depends on the person. You see what I mean? So I have a lot of people that have come in, and hindsight is 2020. When I begin to understand that these people were actually empaths and super empaths, and they snapped, it looked like they were having a psychotic episode, or they'd have called me in an emergency, or they had to be rushed to the ER because it's like they were having a psychotic episode. I'm telling you, it's like they about to just lose it and kill everybody. It's like, and then the bad part about it is, depending on because they couldn't pull themselves back, and depending on what happened in that house, that narcissist can say, hey, they tried to kill me, they done went crazy, they'll use that against the empath. So it just depends. It varies. It depends on the person that I'm dealing with. Like I said, hindsight is 2020, because a lot of times I didn't understand what was happening because I didn't understand who the person was. And then when I started getting smarter, when I go into session, I don't ask them if you're a super empath or you empathetic. What I start asking them is questions like, let me ask you a question. When you walk into a room, does it almost sound like you can hear the last conversations that went on? And then they look at me like, you don't think I'm crazy if I tell you yes. Sometimes I may ask, like, can you taste colors? Do you like when you're around a person, is it almost like you can sense what they're thinking? Can you, like, when a person come around you, it's almost like you can feel their energy, and do you always feel like you need to help? Do you want to? So I start asking questions, but I don't use terminology like, are you an empath? Do you understand what an empath is, or anything like that, unless they understand that I talk about narcissism. Like if they find my videos and stuff and they know that I talk about stuff like that, I still don't ask them if they're an empath. That's not what I ask. What I ask is certain questions, and then I tell them that you're made up like this. So I talk clinical with them. Now, if they understand that, I'm like, okay, well, that's how I ask them questions. And so when they have like a break, what I ask them is like, what was the break like? What happened before you have this psychotic break, or when you have this nervous breakdown? What happened? What led you to this? How long has it been? Is this the first time this has ever happened? When was the last time this has happened? They may like, about 10 years ago, this is what happened. So see, I don't, can narcs taste colors? I don't think so. Unless they have like a sensory disorder. Some of that actually was a sensory disorder. So it's a possibility if they have a sensory disorder, But yes, narcissists are on assignment. They listen to voices in their head, their inner demons, and the demons attached to them, and carry out their plans for them. They act upon their own flesh. They act upon themselves. They act upon their own intuition and what they want. What they want is what they want. They lack um, uh, uh, delayed gratification. When they want something, they want it right now. So you have to add that in there. They want what they want, and they want it right now. Even if it's you. I want what you got. I want your personality. I want your type of job. I want friends like you, and I want your friends. So there's no delayed gratification. They're selfish. They're self-centered. They taste empaths. I'm not an empath. So what can we say about me then? Not everybody's an empath. Not everybody's an empath, but that's funny. Yeah, they can feel other feelings. Yeah, some of you empaths have not learned to stop absorbing because you want to fix and help everybody. So you have to know what your limits are. You can't help and fix everybody. You can't do that. Yeah, it's their behavior. Yep, it's their behavior. Yeah. You are so welcome, Julie. I was locked up by the narc for days before he broke me and then lied to everyone about what happened. Yep. Yep. That's how they do. That is how they do. Well, y'all, no, they don't have compassion nor empathy. I feel sorry for them, but not sorry. Do not waste time with them. Exactly. What to do if they keep contacting you and won't go away? Call the police. Get you a no contact order. Yeah. Get you a no contact order. Yeah. Hello, Jermaine. How are you doing, sir? People will look at a supernova because it's exposed to the world and see that the super empath as the narcissist. Absolutely, Karma. Yep, absolutely. And that's when the narcissist will make them seem like they're the narcissist if they know anything about narcissism. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Well, you guys, I am getting ready to get off, you guys. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Go check out TikTok. You guys, and I know I got young people, trying to, I'm new to TikTok. And so I do a word for the day. I'm trying to do a word of the day. You might see me in the same outfit. That's probably because you're getting a word for the day about 3 or 4 times that day. So, but I got the young people that are trying to help me to be hip, kind of be cool. You're not going to see me on TikTok doing no dances and stuff like that. I don't dance. Yeah, can't dance. But, but the young people, yep, I'm on TikTok, y'all. They convinced me to go to TikTok. So I'm on TikTok giving you a 60-second word of the day. So I got to figure out how to be fancy. So you guys work with me because when I came on YouTube, I was trying to be all serious and stuff, and so I had to find myself on YouTube. I had to catch my knack, my niche. I had to find my niche. I had to find myself on YouTube, and then I found myself. I was able to be myself. So I'm on TikTok. So I got to figure out my little personality on TikTok. So you guys work with me, okay? So you guys come on over to TikTok. You guys support me over there on TikTok, okay? So you guys come over there. Don't critique me all hard and stuff on TikTok. You guys know I'm not young like that, So I'm still working with the TikTok. I still got to play with the buttons, figure out how to fade in, fade out, disappear, come back. Who knows? I'll figure it out. You guys help me out, okay? You guys, my tribe, I need you guys to come over there and figure it out, okay? Thank you so much, Miss Dana. I'll email you tomorrow, okay? Because I'm off over the weekend, so I'll email you tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. Niche, it's niche. Oh, niche. Okay, my bad. Get me right. Niche. Okay. I heard somebody say niche. So niche. Got it. That sounded all fancy. My niche. I had to find my niche. So guys, thank you guys so much for being here. And you guys check me out. I'm on YouTube. I'm on both of my Facebook page, which you guys are on here, which is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse and Psychological Health Consultants and Services. I am on Periscope, but Periscope is going away. So I am on Twitter. I used to call it Tweeter. I am on Twitter. So you guys look for me on Twitter. I think it's at Dr. Carmen Bryant 1. And then Periscope, I think I'm under Dr. Carmen Bryant. I think I'm under, but Periscope is going away. You'll find me on Instagram. How you said it was great. Oh, you like the way I say it, Nishay? I sounded real smart and stuff. I sound like I was from France, Nishay. But you'll find me on Instagram, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Find me on YouTube. Thank you so much, Kelly. You too. You'll find me on YouTube. As you guys are on YouTube. Dr. You see my little name? My little name. See right there? My little name. So you guys will find me on YouTube, Instagram. I'm on TikTok now, y'all. So you guys go over to TikTok and check me out. So those of you that are tribe members that do the TikTok, go over to the TikTok. Go over to the TikTok and right standing. See, I got my little name up there. See, I did it. I did it just like you told me. See, I follow instructions. But go check me out on TikTok. Tell me you guys what you got. Go support me over there. You know, you guys are always welcome to send me emails. Don't be all hard and stuff. You send me an email and tell, because I got some young people that do the TikTok. So they're teaching me some stuff. So you guys work with me. I'm trying to get my little niche going on TikTok. Okay. So I give you guys a word of the day on TikTok. So for those of you guys that like to pick obvious, some of my tribe members on here are Captain Obvious. And so when you guys go over there, if you see a word of the day and I'm wearing the same outfit, it's probably because I gave you a word of the day 3 times that same day. So you'll probably see me with the same outfit. So y'all work with me, okay? So can't keep up on Facebook, YouTube. That's all I can have. That's okay. I live stream from a live studio through Restream, and so all of the channels are connected. So all of you guys are connected on one except for Instagram. Instagram is not connected. So, excuse me. So you guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I'm getting ready to go, and I'm getting ready to take a shower and lay across the bed. Thank you so much, Miss Jada. Love you back with my niche. Hey, you guys have a wonderful evening, okay? Thank you so much. And we are so glad that Just Be Real is doing good. So earlier today, Just Be Real, I told everybody you had gotten into a car accident, that you'll probably be resting and not on tonight. And then Telsha popped up. And then, of course, you know, Stevie Bananas was here. And so I just want you to know that everybody was praying for you, and they were hoping that you were doing all right, because she is one of my moderators. You know, Stevie Bananas, Telsha, New Donna Rises, Just Be Real, Miss Tasha, who's probably resting this evening because she works real hard. So those are my moderators that come on here, and Just Be Real happens to be one of my moderators, and she takes care of me. She goes to all my different channels and she takes care of me. And Stevie Banana, he's one of the narc busters and troll busters on here. And for those of you, I think I had someone upset at me and said that I always talk to the females, that I never respond to the males. They got blocked because they got kind of argumentative. But the thing about it is that sometimes with the screen names that I have on here, I don't know if I'm talking to a male or female when I respond. And a lot of times when I'm scrolling through like responses on my YouTube channel, when I'm scrolling through responses, sometimes I just respond. I don't look at the names, I just respond. And so if I missed you and you're upset at the fact that I'm not answering your questions on YouTube, I give you an easy solution. Just make an appointment with me, you know, because a lot of times people think they get a lot of things for free. I'm a therapist too, and I'm a coach. And so a lot of times people want something free all the time, so they get mad when I don't answer their question. Too easy. Make an appointment with me. Pay the price. Pay the price to get me for a whole hour to sit on a screen with you just like this. And then I'll have a whole conversation with you. And it's just me and you having a whole conversation. Nobody interrupting us, and it's just me and you. And so if you need me, you know, if you want coaching, you are welcome to email me. It is drcarmenbryan@outlook.com. You send me your email. Let me know if you're interested. I will send you some fees because I do coach. It is a for-profit organization. I am a for-profit provider. So I am a coach. And so if you want coaching and you want that personal one-on-one time, you give me an email. Just email me, drcarmenbryan@outlook.com, and I will send you my coaching fees. For those of you that are in the state of Washington, I can provide you with counseling. However, with the counseling, my counseling slots fill up very, very fast. And so a lot of times I don't have room. I have an appointed slots for my counseling clients, which is more slots than my coaching clients, because I have to make a living. So a lot of times I have more slots for counseling, but those slots for counseling fill up very, very fast. And then I have limited slots for coaching. And then, of course, for some of you guys maybe come once a month or maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. And so a lot of times there is some availability to put in for coaching. And so when you want a coaching appointment, you got to go ahead and do it immediately. For those of you, I am working on, so I was working on my webpage, and I really need somebody to do that for me. So what I decided to do is go over to Patreon. So on Patreon, I'm able to do classes and all that good stuff too. So I want you guys to stay tuned, because I have, for the young people, so I got merch coming. So if you guys want a cup, see, I have the certain logo that I have. It has my face on it. So it's a little more feminine. And so for those of you guys that want the cup with my face on it, that's great. If you don't want like a cup with my face on it that has like pink on it, then I have another one with a different logo that I'm going to put on that has more of a masculine look. And for those of you who don't care, then you can get the one with my face on it and then one with my logo on it. So it doesn't matter. But I've got merch coming out. So you guys, t-shirts, jacket, bags, whatever you guys want. Cups, especially like coffee cups. I don't know why I keep hitting this. I'm sorry. But coffee cups coming out for those of you guys like coffee and tea and crumpets. For my British people, my British family over there, tea and crumpets. But I have that coming out. Also, this is what I'm doing. I'm setting up a studio. I'm setting up a studio in my home. I have a home studio that I'm setting up. However, in order to set up, so you guys see that I got some of the equipment. Let me turn Instagram around. So you guys have assisted me, and I got some of the equipment. I also, for those of you, I have my webcam and my ring. So I got my webcam. So I can't turn you guys around for you guys to see it. But I got my webcam. I got my ring. I got to get another ring. But I got to set up my studio. So in the studio, I need a chair. So I'm just coming to my tribe, because I need you guys to help me out. But I need a chair so I can sit in, because I'm setting up a studio. So because I have an office, I'm doing it in my home. So I'm starting all over in the house, because I don't have the office furniture I need. So I need a desk. I need to get a big desk, and then I have to get a chair, a big chair, like not a recliner, but a big chair to sit in. So when I do my recordings, I can do the chair, because I have to go get the backdrop to go in there. And so, as you guys know, in order for me to do the merch, I have to get the logos. I have to get the logos trademarked. So that's why you guys haven't seen my logos yet. I have to get the logos and the settings trademarked. And each one of those logos is like almost $300 for the logos. And then, of course, I need to get a chair, and the chair that I need is probably like $300-400. It might be a love seat, might be a chair, but it's about $300 for the chair. And then for the desk that I need, the desk is like $400 some odd. So I need to set up the backdrop. And so what I'm asking you guys, because it takes a little while to do that. And what I'm trying to do, I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing. I'm trying to transition out of counseling. I'm trying to transition into full-time coaching. And of course, being on, not just on social media, but being on television, to be on your local televisions like Roku or like, those type of channels. And so in order to be able to do that, I need your guys' help. And so to help me, I would love for you guys to send donations so I can get the rest of stuff in to get it going. Because right now, because my main priority are counseling, because my main priority is counseling, I have to maintain the office. I have to maintain certain things. And so when I can get the tribe to assist, if you guys can assist me, I can get some of that stuff in faster. And so if you guys are willing to donate, you can go to my Cash App. You can go to my PayPal. I even get Veli set up for you guys. If you want his Veli, you get it set up. But if you Cash App me, if you PayPal me, you guys go, it's going to be right up underneath the video. You'll see it right up underneath the video. So if you kind of put those prices together, I need you guys' help, and I can make it happen faster. If you guys don't, if you're not able to help, it just means it kind of prolongs it a little while, because I have other priorities I have to take care of before I can get, and I want to get this going, because my whole goal is to kind of get out of, I do have a P.O. box. Give me just a minute, I'll give it to you. But I'm trying to transition out of counseling to go in full-time coaching and full-time being on air. You know, I'm going to set up my Zelly. So yes, I do yes, I do have the soup. Thank you so much, Arlene. I appreciate you. Pure character looking at himself in the mirror saying, thanks for being you, with hearts popping out of his eyes. Wow. But we can say, yeah, you can send money here. So you can do super chats. You can put donations on here. Do know that when you do super chats, I don't have a problem with it. When you do super chats, you know, YouTube's going to take their little, their fee out of it. So I don't have a problem with that, but they will take little fees out. But if you guys are willing to donate, and on top of that, when you look under the video, I have a PayPal account and I do have a Cash App. And if you guys are willing to assist me, I can get it going faster. If not, that's what kind of prolongs the process, because I have to take care of my priorities first and then kind of build. So I'm just letting you guys, as my family, know that my plan is to transition out of counseling into full-time coaching and doing full-time. You know, I'm looking at things like radio. I'm looking at things like television. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Deanna. Looking at things like radio, looking at things like television, looking at things like documentaries, looking at things, you know, this is the kind of stuff that I'm trying to do for you guys. My PayPal, just be real. Can you put my PayPal up there? She just put my Cash App up there. My Cash App is, wait a minute, it's Psychological Health Consultants and Services, PHCSLLC. So it's $PHCSLLC. That is my Cash App. My PayPal, if you can put my PayPal up there. Man, I don't even know my PayPal. Hold on, let me look at my PayPal. Let me look at my PayPal. Y'all give me a minute. What is my PayPal? So let me look at, so my PayPal is paypal.me/Dr. Carmen Bryant. So let me put my PayPal over here. Hold on, I'm coming over there, Instagram. So my PayPal is, and then just be real and put it up there too. So if you guys are willing to help, it will assist me with going a little faster. Okay, let me put it over here. Let me see if I can put it over here. If I knock the camera down, I apologize. So this is my PayPal account. Oh, Lord. So if you guys are, if you all pitch in and help, it'll make it a little easier. Like I said, because I have responsibilities to my office. Thank you so much, Just Be Real. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, give me a minute, you guys. I'm typing this in over here. Don't ever be afraid to ask your tribe to help. That's how you become successful. It's the tribe that helps you to be successful. And then, of course, she put my Cash App is $PHCSLLC. PHCSLLC. And then my PayPal account is up there. So if you guys can help out, I can make it move a little faster. I can move a little faster. If not, I have to just do it with, you know, I have to do it in time. So like I said, the microphone, the webcam, you know, I have to buy another light ring because this one is kind of cheap. I have to get another one. You see how I look on here? And then over here is dark. Over on Instagram is dark. So I try to move you guys close to the light as I can, but it's a little dark. So I think I need 2 rings. But thank you guys so much. Stay silent about my plans. Oh, child, I ain't giving y'all all my plans. I ain't that crazy. Come on now. I'm just letting you guys know. Oh, silent about your plans of escape. Oh, I was getting ready to say, yeah, I ain't that crazy now. Yes, stay silent about your plans of escape. Absolutely. But yes, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Oh, no, you good. You good. Just be real. What you apologizing for? You good. So if you guys will pitch in and help, I will be more. Thank you so much. You're done it. Oh, thank you. Oh, my P.O. box. So my P.O. box, you can send it to Dr. Carmen Bryant. And my P.O. box is P.O. Box 45549, Tacoma, Washington, 98448. And that's P.O. Box. Let me put over here. P.O. Box 45549. I don't have my keyboard connected to it. I'm sorry. Tacoma, Washington, 98448. There you go. So my P.O. Box is P.O. Box 45549, Tacoma, Washington, 98448. All righty. So if you guys want to donate a ring, I am more than happy, because I need another ring. I need a better ring than this, because this one, you see the light, you see how the light keeps flashing on the screen? That's the light that keeps flashing on the screen. So, but yes, so I have to get a desk. I have to get a chair that I can sit in, so I can set the so I can step my studio up, and then I have to do my backdrop in the back. And so if you guys donate, that'll help me do it a little faster instead of me having to do it in increments. And so I'm trying to get this up and going. I want something that I want to start doing something by the end of January, but I have to close out a lot of my case files. Thank you, Tam Tam. But I have to close out a lot of my case files. And while I'm closing out a lot of my case files, my whole goal is to transition out of counseling to do full-time coaching and to be here on media, whether it's radio, whether it's social media, whether it's on television. He said, unless you donate something big like a desk, then email Dr. C. Y'all don't donate no desk and send it to my P.O. box, because I have no way of getting it. Please don't donate a desk and send it to my P.O. box. Whatever you guys, don't do it. So if it's really, really big and it requires me to get other people to help me move it, don't send it to my P.O. box. If it's too big for me to carry, please don't do that. I appreciate you guys, because what I have to do is I have to order and get it, because I tried, me and my daughter carried a big old dresser up the stairs. Y'all, let me tell you something. I found out that I'm no longer in the military. I don't know if y'all knew that. I mean, I knew I was retired, but I found out going up them steps, I almost passed out. I almost had to call 911, because I thought I was still strong. I thought I was strong, y'all. I almost passed out on the steps, bringing that big old dresser in here. That's the last big piece of furniture I'm going to bring up these stairs. And so I got to order a desk. And what I have to do is I'm going to have to get them to deliver the desk and take it upstairs into my office. No, they actually, Ashley Furniture actually brought my stuff upstairs. They actually brought my stuff upstairs. And so like certain places will actually still deliver it. You know, they wear all this stuff and they actually bring it into the house for you. So when I order the desk, when I get an opportunity to order the desk, I have to get it delivered upstairs. And then the chair, I need the chair. And so I need the chair. But I promise you guys this, once I get the VA compensation check, child, I am retired and I'm classified as 100% disabled. Don't play. I am classified as 100% disabled veteran through the VA. I got this and I'm retired. I got it. I ain't crazy. I ain't no first. I was not a former first sergeant for nothing, y'all. But yes, I would help you carry it up the stairs if you were. Oh, thank you, Stevie Bananas. I appreciate it. Yeah, their headquarters. Yeah, but yeah. So when I have to get big furniture like that, I'm gonna have them deliver it to my house. So to my house. They'll take it upstairs for me. Oh man, see, Arlene, if you weren't all the way up there in Canada, I'll sure take the chair too. But I promise you guys this, when I get the studio set up, when I get my little studio area, my office set up, I promise you guys, I'm going to give you a tour. Just like I did my office last year, I will give you a tour and I will let you see my office space. I will let you see what it is that you guys donated and what you guys did for me. I'm going to show you all the stuff that you guys did. I'm going to show it when it's set up. When I get, because I still have to pay almost $600 to get the logos trademarked before I can put out the merch. And so I'm going to need assistance with that. Of course, I got to get the studio set up and everything. And so when I do that, everything that you guys help me with, I'm going to show you. You guys help me with this. You guys see that? I can't show you the webcam up there. And then I got my computer fixed. So I'm on the computer right now. It's probably why it's flashing a little bit. But everything that you guys do, I will let you guys see what it is that you're helping me do. Hey there, Miss Yolanda. But I will let you guys see what it is you guys do for me. And when I finish fixing up Yeah, I don't stop. Yeah, I got to get back and exercise again. But I'm gonna lose this weight, y'all. You'll see. You be like, "Tell she's getting thin." I sure am. I'm gonna get this weight off of me because that was just. I came up the steps. I thought I was still, I thought I was still military and walk stuff up the stairs like I used to. I was like, "Ooh," but no. But everything that you guys do for me, I'm gonna make sure when I set that space up, I'm gonna let you guys see what it is that you do for me, so you guys see that it goes to good use. And so I appreciate you guys. I'm going to get off. Hey, I really do. I love you guys. Is the computer working good? It's still under warranty. Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. Matter of fact, when I go see, and the only thing with that computer is I can't move around with it. It's stationary, as you know. And then this laptop is the laptop that crashed, and so I got this laptop fixed. But what I need to do is I want to get me a Mac computer, because the Mac computer, especially, well, really, I went and looked. I need to get a gaming computer for what I need to do on it. When I do recordings and when I do I wanted to get a Mac computer at first, but I found out a gaming computer is much better. And and actually, when I looked it up, some of you guys are gamers. And when I found out that actually the HP computers, not the Mac, the other ones, actually, when they make the gaming computers, are actually better than the Mac computers when it comes. But I need a gaming computer. So the gaming computer is what I need in order to do what I need to do when it comes to social media, when it comes to broadcasting, when it comes to podcasting, when it comes to television and stuff like that, and even radio later on. And so, I had to go look. So I need that. So I need that type of laptop. And then the computer, of course, I use the computer to broadcast other things, or I use the computer to do a lot of the work that I do, especially when I'm doing coaching. So the Hewlett Packard, I think they make gaming computers. And when I was looking it up, the gaming computers, I think they're better on those than the Macs. Because I was going to get a Mac at first because of the fact that, that's what I need. One to handle video compression. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Thank you so much, Iman. Thank you so much. But yes, so, there's a lot of things that I'm putting in place. And so remember, I am not a techie. I just go by what you guys tell me and what I learn from other people. And so, and it's just I'm getting geeked out. I'm getting a little geeked out. And I'm learning from the young people. Young people make me look smart, make me look all smart and stuff, make me look like I can read and write. So, but yes, but everything you guys do for me, I will show you guys when I got it set up. Arlene, there we go. I'm going to show you when I set the office up. And then I'm going to show you guys when I set up the broadcasting wall, where I put my chair at, where I put my chair, where I put my decor, like I said. So the logos, each logo is $2.99 a piece, I think it is, to trademark it. So that's $600. Then I got a desk out to buy. I think the desk is like $400. The chair that I need to get is like $300-400. And so, and if you guys were closer, I'll sure get the furniture from you. But the thing about it is that I have to, I am smart. Thank you. But I got to work with the people that are around here. So when you guys donate, it's going to help me be able to do that. And so please, if you have an opportunity, donate, super chat, go to PayPal, go to Cash App. I'm going to set up a Veli, and then I'll put the Veli on there for you guys. Just look up underneath the video and you'll have all that information. Thank you so much, Nina. I appreciate you too. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to be fine. I know I'm be all fancy and stuff. I sure am. I'm going to be all fancy, y'all. Be fancy. Because I want to make sure that when I produce something, I produce good product for you guys. I want to make sure that you guys get quality product. And so you guys stay tuned. I'm working on stuff. And like I said, it's just because of the fact that I'm also a counselor, and because of the counselor, that takes up a lot of my time. And so I have to kind of wean myself out of it so I can give more time to what I do. I really want the young people to get it. I want the courts to get it. I want lawyers to get it. I want agencies, domestic violence agencies to get it. If we got to come together with some of you guys are brainiacs and lawyers and people that work in domestic violence, so that we can come up with a plan. How can we come together and figure out how to get money together for people that need lawyers, or people that need to be representative, or we can pay people to become pro bono. Shoot, they got what is it? The Legal Shield. They got money going in there where they got people working to assist you with doing paperwork and stuff. Some people can't afford lawyers, you know, and they're dealing with people that are dealing with narcissism. You know, you got these narcs that are taking these men and women to court, and they don't even have enough money to support themselves. And so how can we come together as a community? How can we come together as a tribe to be able to help each other out when we need help? You know, what about when somebody needs to move, or somebody's in desperate, they need to get an automobile, they need to get job training, they need to get some type of skill training. This is all the kind of stuff that we need to be thinking about, you know, as a community, and helping each other out, you know, writing proposals for grants. Absolutely. You know, who's starting nonprofit organizations? Some of you guys got it in your heart to start a nonprofit organization to help people, you know, try to get into housing, try to get into counseling, try to get medical. What about this out? And I can't remember where I saw this at, but there is a program somewhere where they have women that have gone through domestic violence that have been disfigured. They've had their breast cut. They've had their faces sliced. They've had like their face broken, their teeth broken out. They've had bones in their face broken. And there are doctors out there that they take upon one case per year to do reconstructive surgery to fix their face, to fix their mouth, to give them teeth. Some of them had their teeth punched out of their mouth. And there are dentists, you know, that they take one case per year to give them dentures, to like to go back in and reconstruct their face, you know, to give them a breast. They had a breast cut off, and they go back and you know, fix their breast, to do scar revision. You know, they've been burnt. Yeah, they've been burnt too. And some of these doctors, out of the kind, you have to think that costs thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So we can understand if they do it once a year, they're paying out of their own expense, out of their own money, to go out to do this. But some of them do it. How can we put money aside that when a woman needs to, or a man needs to go and get reconstructive surgery, not to be cute, to just, you know, look normal, to get teeth put in their mouth, to get their face reconstructed, you know, so that they don't look like monsters the way that they, you know, what these abusers have done. This is the kind of stuff that you guys should be thinking about. Some of this stuff is stuff on your heart. This is some of the stuff that is on your heart. You know what I mean? And so I think I've talked enough, you guys. So I'm going to get off. This is something for you guys to think about. It's something you guys to think about, because some of this is in your heart. And some of this is in your heart, and some of this is what you need to do. And we are here to support you. I need to be able to reach out to some of you guys, because some of you guys are resources. Some of you guys have, and then you guys are right here on my channel. You know, for me to be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, I got somebody in your area that needs help. Hey, is there any resources you have? And each one of you have different resources. That's what this community needs to do. And that's what my goals are, work in those directions to do that. You know, be able to pick up the phone and call a lawyer and say, hey, are you still taking any pro bono cases, you know, to help, just like at the YWCA. You know, you got pro bono lawyers that are doing it for free, you know, to help. But we need to pay for their time. How can we pay for their time to do it? You know, because sometimes they're just doing it, but they're not getting paid to do it, you know. So I think I've talked enough, you guys. So I'm going to let you guys go for the evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to send out a shout out to Erica. I don't know if she wants me to use her whole government name, but she has blessed me thoroughly. She has sent me raw Indian hair, 24, 22 inches. She sent this to me. I don't know whether she wants me to use her government name, but she blessed me. She sent me this beautiful hair, and then I put together a unit. As you guys see, I put this unit together with the hair that she blessed me with. And so this is what she has blessed me with. And so I want to send out a shout out to Erica. You know, I don't know how much she wants me to advertise for her. I'll talk to her to see what I can say whenever I put these units together. So you guys send me hair, I'll put a unit together, and I'll sure send a shout out to you so people can come to you to buy hair. So I know Erica did that thing, didn't she? She sent this pretty hair, and I put this unit together. So this is I make all my own wigs, handmade, but she blessed me with the hair. So I want to send a shout out to her, and I want to express my sincere gratitude. Thank you so much. And thank you guys. Some of you guys have sent me gifts, and I thank you guys. Some of it I've wore, and so sometimes I don't want to tell the name, because I think sometimes people would like to be quiet about it. And so I thank you, Miss Arlene, who blessed me with a computer, when my computer crashed, I was still able to do my work from home when we were on quarantine. And they came right on time too, because I did not know we were going to go on shutdown, and I couldn't bring all the computers from my office to my house. And so she blessed me. She blessed me. She blessed my soul. And when you guys, send gifts, sometimes I don't show everything on air. Sometimes you see me with it on, so you guys know that I am sincerely grateful. And I thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for taking care of me. Thank you so much for caring about me. And thank you for supporting me, because this community, wouldn't be the community we have without you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so, so much. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful week. It's Christmas this week, so I'm going to try to come on live to talk to you guys, just to see how you guys are doing, and check in with you, okay? Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful evening. You guys be blessed. Good night, everybody, okay? Good night, everybody.